living world is a unique and spectacular marvel. As we journey to the California coast, we join Max, wildlife photographer, on a quest to capture the beauty of the endangered sea lion.
At first it might be kind of confusing on why is it important to see photos of sea lions and pelicans, but let me ask you, have you ever watched David Attenborough's Our Planet? It's harrowing how there was so much wilderness when he was younger compared to how much of the natural world is left, and I'll be honest with you guys, there is a pretty heartbreaking image in this video, but I think it's very important to see. So stick around, and I'm going to show you my trip to California, and not only will you see some amazing and beautiful images, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about my purpose and what could be part of your purpose with wildlife photography. Alright, so I'm in Los Angeles. I've taken a plane, a bus, now I'm on a train, and then a car. And I'm still not where I need to be. So how I ended up on this photography trip was I flew out to California to go see Mike Clarkson. You know, producer, president-elect of IHS, all-around amazing human beings. Did I mention, Mike's an author, The Snakes of Ireland. You guys might remember my read-through. And I met with him, planned an interview for this summer, which you guys are gonna love. During my time out in Western California, I also got to go to Joshua Tree National Park and see how the different towns out there are blowing up with people leaving LA. But when I went to San Diego, that's where I really did my wildlife photography. I photographed 2 endangered species, the California brown pelican and the California sea lion. When I got there, I walked up to the cliffside and the view was amazing. Watching the birds jump from the cliffside, skim along the water, and fly to another part was just amazing. And the pelicans were all nesting at the side of the cliff. Amazing looking males and females, and these are pretty large birds, and they were just amazing to look at and photograph. I probably could have spent my entire time just photographing them, but I walked around to the other side of the cove, and on the beach I saw all of the sea lions. This one's just hanging out here. So this is just on the coast of San Diego. It's really easy to get nice up and close, but most importantly, you don't want to block their path. So it's like if they start coming this way, you know, obviously I move. They were as playful as you can imagine, swimming, jumping, splashing, barking at each other. It was everything I wanted it to be. What made it even more exciting was that there was one bull that demanded respect. He would bully other males, he would bark in females' faces, and everywhere he went, the sea lions knew that he was the alpha. It was also a pretty special time because the mothers were nursing their young, and it was pretty amazing to get to see baby sea lions right next to their mothers. Pretty awesome experience. Another tool I used was my Insta360. I would set it up on its tripod and the sea lions would just move around it. That way I could film them without disturbing them and still letting them maintain their natural behavior. Hi. Hi, Mom. However, there was the one shot I got that was pretty heartbreaking, and that was the sea lion with the fishing line tied around its neck, and you could see it cutting into its skin. It was almost something I couldn't catch with my eye, but out of habit I pixel peep just to make sure I get an eye in focus with my photographs, and I noticed that the fishing line was around its neck. Now, one of the most frustrating things about that experience was the bureaucratic red tape and how difficult it was to get help for this animal. Nobody would answer their phone, or I'd get automated systems, I would get voicemails, and I would get kind of the runaround. And finally I was able to get a hold of the SeaWorld in San Diego, and they were able to get somebody to eventually come out and help. But I still felt like I was banging my head against the wall because it's illegal for me to go and cut off the fishing line, but in order to get somebody that can actually help, it was so much more difficult. But look, that's not to say that I don't understand, because I work with rescues all the time, so I know the sheer volume of wildlife calls that these rescues get. But I kept that image, and I did so to remind myself and help maybe remind others why I do wildlife photography and what we're fighting for, and help people start to think about what are places in the world, and are you a net good for the world around you. And I went to Steve Irwin's Star on Hollywood Boulevard, and he has this famous quote. He said,
"Come with me, share it with me, share my wildlife with me, because humans want to say things that they love."
And so this is why I do what I do, because this is my way of sharing my wildlife with you. So I do appreciate you guys watching, because I really enjoy sharing my experiences with you guys, and I love that y'all like to come along. And I really appreciate you guys watching. If you want, you can like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, the whole 9 yards. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. What a better spot to put the star than in front of